Wellness Travel Group Sweden AB is a local company founded in 2013 in Jönköping with a focus on tourism in the region of Småland. Patrik Hetelendi is the founder and owner of the company and has a vision to make Småland more attractive and entertaining for tourists all over the world. This year, Patrik is developing his firm from only offering services into also offering products with the help of his new partner Fredrik Brännström. They are investing in their passion for wine and Patrik's Hungarian heritage by starting importing wine from the growing wine industry in Hungary. The task for us was to do a market research of the wine industry in Jönköping, and we formulated 3 focused areas to answer, which was: we believe this is the product that should be offered, we believe this is the target market, and we believe this is marketing strategy.
In our method, we decided to do a qualitative research by interviewing the restaurants in the center of Jönköping. The interviews consisted of 13 open-ended questions, as can be seen here. After determining the questions, we made a list of 30 restaurants that were going to be contacted. Restaurant owners are very busy, and therefore we had a goal of 15 successful interviews. In the end, we completed 14 since some owners didn't have time or didn't want to cooperate. Here you can see a list of the participating restaurants. The first interview was a test run where we asked the respondents to comment on the questions for potential errors, such as irrelevant or unclear questions. And then we corrected them according to the feedback we received. The results of the interview were mixed, but we managed to point out a few common areas. First out, we examined their attitude to trying new things, such as wine from a new origin. The results indicated that the restaurants with a more varied menu than the niche restaurants were in general more open to trying new things. These restaurants wanted a balanced mix of wine from both well-known and less explored wine districts at their menus to reflect their varied and international range of food. The niche restaurants showed more tendency to value the origin as well as the design of the bottles, which can be explained by the ambition to follow a uniform theme. The Spanish restaurants wanted wine from Spain, the Italian wanted wine from Italy, and so on.
One important aspect to consider is if the restaurants already are bound to fixed agreements. 3 out of 14 participants were set upon fixed agreements, which perhaps were a lower number than expected, but generates great opportunities. We also found out that the restaurants with these types of contracts were often serving niche menus like tapas or hamburgers. The majority of the other restaurants all had collaborations with suppliers that they were satisfied with, but the agreements were relatively easy to terminate if more preferable offers would be presented. Furthermore, we examine which attributes restaurants prefer when deciding which kind of wine to purchase, such as availability, price, type of grape, design of the bottle, or origin. The superior attribute was quality, and the fact that the wine taste fits well with the food offered and the menu, followed by bottle design and origin. Very few restaurants claimed price were the most important aspect to consider.
So, what are our concluding recommendations? Regarding to the product, the majority of the participants had significantly higher consumption of red wine, and 10 out of 14 said that red wine is the most popular kind of wine. Therefore, an alternative strategy could be to enter the red wine market first to build volume and then proceed to other kinds of products. Our recommendation, though, is to go for the narrower rosé market. Several of the restaurants stated that they currently only have 1 or 2 alternatives at most to offer, so this strategy would have a better chance to gain larger market share and possibilities to sell higher quantities. The reason we recommend this strategy is that the red wine market can have some barriers regarding to the strong competition. Another unique perspective would be to launch an orange wine, We can see that it would be unique for the market in Jönköping, and the product has recently been presented at the World Market.
In our research, we recognize existing opportunities to enter restaurants that already offer a varied menu in terms of both food and beverage. Therefore, we would recommend these as the primary target group since they put less emphasis on origin. The result of our research also indicates barriers to entering the niched restaurants, and these types of restaurants show very little or no interest in purchase wines from other districts than South America, Italy, or Spain.
Quality is, as mentioned, shown to be the superior attribute which must be reflected and emphasized in the promotion strategy. Almost none of the restaurants claim that origin or price were more important than quality, which is positive from the promotional perspective since the origin country is the only attribute of this new product that is already determined. Most restaurants test all their wine in some extent before they put any orders at all, and the most important step in the promotional strategy will be to get in contact with either responsible purchase advisors or hold wine testing directly to restaurateurs and personally sell in the wine. It can be seen that this is the factor that will most likely affect the sale of the product. Another strategy with potential is wine testing directed to the public or after the already existing guided food walks. This can be a future strategy to increase the awareness of the product. We would strongly recommend to not only focus all effort on new markets of restaurants, but also take advantage and usage of the entire business of Wellness Travel Group that is previously established and well developed. Our result also showed that the design and form of the bottle and an eye-catching label were one attribute that several restaurants consider as an interesting factor that generates in curiosity from the customers. We recommend to launch a bottle that differentiates itself, is easy to recognize, and enhances the creation of buzz in advertising.
When it comes to the price, the average purchase price for the restaurant's most popular wines is about 100 Swedish crowns. 13 out of 14 restaurants claim, though, that price is not the most important factor at all for them when considering alternative offerings in their menus, and therefore our recommendation would be to propose a wine of proper quality to a price slightly lower than current average to gain some level of competitive advantage. To conclude this, we believe we have responded to our three focus areas. We have found that there is a demand for the product our client will offer, and the upcoming challenge will be to choose the right target market with the right marketing strategy.